incredibly honored to be asked to do this. Everybody here is, are awesome activists, and I'm just, thank you for being here. We the people, those are the opening words of the U.S. Constitution. And we the people are here tonight because we love our country. Our country of laws that apply equally to everyone.
Yes.
We are the people for whom our courageous and wise founders fought a war to free us from the tyranny of a king, for whom they devised a system of government to protect against such tyranny ever again seizing power over Americans. They wrote a brilliant Constitution and Bill of Rights providing for 3 co-equal branches of government to put limitations on the power of the president so that he or she might not morph into another all-powerful sovereign. We remember the fears those founders had and the warning that we must be vigilant to restrain a president who ignored the Constitution and laws and tried to seize power that is not his. And lo and behold, along comes that very man they feared in our own time, a president who believes he is above all laws, a man who observes no rules, a man who has done this his entire life and gotten away with it and believes he still can.
No.
President Trump is sworn to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Instead, he has abused his power to undermine American interests and further the interests of Russia in Ukraine, a budding democracy that Russia is trying to take over. He has abused his power to throw shade on Russia's support of his election and throw the blame on the very country that Russia is attacking. Not cool. He has abused his power to try to force Ukraine to say they're investigating his chief political rival. Not cool. Illegal. And when Congress investigated those abuses, he totally and completely stonewalled all of the requests and subpoenas of Congress for information and testimony. This has never happened before in this country.
Lock him up.
And it cannot be allowed to stand. Well, we know who we are, but who are these members of Congress who don't seem to care about our Constitution? Who are these officials who refuse to see the facts? Who say black is white and that the president has done nothing wrong? Who are these people, not just officials, but people, who say it's okay for our president to use our taxpayer dollars to bribe a vulnerable country to do his bidding for his own personal gain and to try to influence the upcoming election? Who are these people who are drinking the Russian Kool-Aid on Fox News? Who are these senators who turn a blind eye when our president blasts out conspiracy theories created by Russia to undermine our country and our democracy, and who even amplifies these lies themselves?
It's Mitch!
Who are they who seem determined to let Trump continue to get away with any and every kind of high crime with no consequences? I'll tell you who they are. If they won't stand up for our country in this grave constitutional crisis, then they are killers of our democracy and destroyers of our beloved country, which has been a beacon of hope to the entire world. I'm talking about you, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah!
They say they love America, but their actions say otherwise. They are doing what Trump today accused Nancy Pelosi of, waging a war on democracy. He always accuses people who criticize him of doing what he's doing.
Projection.
They lack the courage to put country before themselves. They lack that very courage that our founders and every American military hero, great and small, has had since 1776. Fie on them. They're afraid of Trump. They're afraid of his base. They're afraid of losing their seats and their income.
Let it be.
We're going to take every action we can to stop him. He must be impeached and removed, and we're all going to be calling our elected officials.
Impeach and remove.
Impeach and remove.
And remove. Impeach and remove. Impeach and remove. Impeach and remove. So right here, right now, we the people are going to pray for them, because heaven knows we need divine intervention to change their minds. We are going to pray for them to open their hearts and minds, to see the evidence instead of Russian propaganda, to buy back their souls, and work up the courage to do the right thing, even if it means personal sacrifice. The courage to support the impeachment, the conviction, and the removal from office of our dangerous outlaw President Donald J. Trump. Trump, who is aching to be a dictator. Let us pray. And I want to ask you to, we think nothing's going to change their minds. But I know there are some of these people who have got a conscience gnawing at them right now. And we have to pray that that conscience wakes up and they see, I've got to go against my party and do this. May God deliver from blindness you who serve as jurors for Trump's impeachment, as well as the people you represent. May God open your minds to see the clear evidence of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, and the continuing threat to our elections and our democracy that Trump poses. May God touch your hearts and change your minds, and may God give you wisdom and the courage to act to save your country. We give thanks for all the generations who have worked and sacrificed and died to make this country worth saving. And we ask your blessing on the United States of America and its people. So help us God. Amen.